With the coming of autumn, the farmers in the fields around Caribou County are looking forward to the harvest, a time when they reap the benefits of all the hard work they've put in over the summer. At the same time, the coaches and athletes of Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gem are looking for a harvest of their own. On this field, though, it's a different kind of bounty. Instead of rows of corn and potatoes, they look for hash marks and goal lines. While the farmers are cutting grain, defenses on this turf look to cut down quarterbacks. As ranchers survey their herds, coaches pace the sidelines, looking to improve their own stock for the ultimate goal of a state championship. Yes, with the coming of the fall also comes the drive for a new push to the peak of performance. It's football season, and you're tuned in to your home for Caribou County's best on KBRV 800 The Bear. Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
The countdown is on and the Reapers are ready. It's time for Caribou County football with the voice of the Cardinals, Grizzlies, and Cowboys, Caleb Burgraff, on your radio home for the best high school football coverage in southeastern Idaho. KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
And today we do not have any radio going on, but we are here for the Red and Black scrimmage as the Soda Springs Cardinals getting one more taste of the football field before the season comes to a close. It's the Red and Black scrimmage coming up in just about 15 minutes on the big scoreboard over at the right side of the field. A little bit of fun for the kids to finish up their season with, as the gray and black will be going up against each other. Normally it's the red and black. This time it is the gray and the black. And we have plenty of stuff coming up here. We have a look at a couple of interviews. Standout student Daniel Fryer will be sitting down and talking with us. Senior Case Griffiths of the football team will also talk with us as we give you a little bit of entertainment before the start of this scrimmage between these two sides. We hope you stick around for this, and we also hope that you stick around and watch some of the game. And if you're here in Soda Springs, we hope you come on down, support the team. They're taking donations at the gates. They have shirts for sale, hot cocoa, as well as some snacks over at the gate as well, and it should be a fun time as the kids get to run their own plays, the kids get to draw up their own offenses, and it should be a very interesting night out here, to say the least. An interesting game coming up for sure. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll sit down and talk with Daniel Fryer of the Soda Springs High School senior class on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with senior Daniel Fryer from Soda Springs High School. And Daniel, the year's about 2 months into it now. What has the senior year been like for you?
It's been pretty busy. It's always moving, always just trying to get the best grades you can to be prepared for college. Now
that the senior year's here, is there any relief that comes with the fact that you're in your final year of high school, or is there a little bit more pressure?
It's a little bit more pressure for me because everyone's always relieved to be done with school, but a lot of people don't realize then you go into college if that's your route or wherever you want to do with it. And I'm headed to college right after high school, so I'm just working through this last year.
Looking a little bit at the actual high school academic side of things, what are some of the classes you've been in this year, and what are some of the classes you really enjoyed this year?
I'm in the musical, I'm taking a history class, I got a government class, and I'm taking a chemistry class, and that's a really fun one to take because I have a really good group in that class, and there's a lot of conversation that happens in there.
If you had one subject that you could go in and take all day and just sit there and learn, what would that subject be? What's your favorite piece of education to get into?
I enjoy computers and I like to work with computers. I like science in general, so I like physics and I liked chemistry. And so I took physics last year. I'm taking chemistry this year because those are really fun classes, and I would probably do one of those.
Are there any teachers here in those subjects or in other subjects that have really helped you expand what you enjoy and really have helped you learn?
Mr. Jensen's a really good teacher. He helps me a lot through. I actually had a teacher when I was over at another school, and he helped me a lot. His name is Mr. Peterson. And then my math teacher, Mr. Yuskoski's also helped me a lot through my classes.
Let's look at things outside of education. And when you think about that, you're in the FCCLA group. What's that like? You were telling me a little bit about it. What's that like, and what are some of the things you've done?
You go to state and you compete to try to go to the nationals and just to go and compete on the national stage. And it's really fun because there's events from basically anything you want. There's sports medicine, there's all sorts of different kind of events. And you can go there and there's just wonderful leadership opportunities and tons of great things you can do. Like I'm actually a state officer, so I went to Boise 3 times during the summertime and I got to learn more how to be an effective leader and plan things so that I can actually help run the next state leadership.
That's great to be involved in a club and also to help get yourself noticed and get yourself out into the world a little bit more to see what things are like there. And talking about that, you said college is next for you. ISU's on the docket. What made you choose ISU?
ISU is a great computer program and a very good robotics program, which are 2 things I've always been interested in. It also has a program that I can go in, a master's program, where I will go and emphasize just on cybersecurity, which is the job I'd like to go into.
Is there any specific next step after college that you've been looking at for with that cybersecurity job, or is that just one of those open doors that you're hoping will lead to more?
I've thought about it a little bit. I'm either going to go with cybersecurity for a long time, or I'm going to make an effort to get a second degree, and I'll go to a place of Virginia Tech, and I'll go and get a second degree in computer sciences and with an emphasis on virtual reality.
Sounds like you've got your life pretty well mapped out ahead of you. We'll take one last step back and look at Soda Springs once again. And what are things that you're going to remember about this school? What are things that you enjoy about coming into the doors here?
I'll remember my friends. I'll remember the people I've seen all the time. Everyone's really helpful. Everyone's nice to have around here. I don't have a lot of problems with other students, so it's really nice to have a place that's just comfortable to be in.
Daniel, I appreciate you taking the time to talk, and we wish you the best of luck as you continue to move forward in life.
Thank you.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Caleb Bergraff joined here with Case Griffiths from the Soda Springs football team. And Case, time to wrap up the season. Unfortunately, you guys are out of the playoffs this year. What was the season like for you as a whole, though, when it came to getting out there with the guys and just being able to enjoy the sport that you enjoy playing?
At first, I was a little disappointed, but then I just started playing and having fun, and it looked up for me and the team. I think our last game against Aberdeen, we did a lot better than we were expected to do.
When you think about that, the improvements the team made as the year went on were really there, particularly on the defensive side, and that's one of the places you made a bigger impact in the defensive back side of things. What did you learn, and how did you improve when it came to that?
I had to listen to the coaches, not have such a big head about things. When I started listening, I improved.
You guys have one more scrimmage coming up on Thursday. What are you looking forward to about that and one more chance to put on the pads with the guys that you have been playing with for 4 years now?
Yeah, I want to put on the pads again. It's the last time, so play hard and have fun.
If you have any memories that really are going to stick with you from this season, the senior is always one that you kind of try and hold on to. What's the biggest memory that you take away with you?
I like being on the team with my friends and having a good time.
Looking at the red and black scrimmage today, it's a chance for some of the younger kids to showcase, and it's also a chance for you to show the last little bit of leadership roles as one of the seniors on the team. Are you excited about the future that Soda Springs football has when it comes to some of the young kids, especially what the JV did in the last 4 games?
I am. I'm really excited. I think that if Garbutt can get some of these younger kids out to summer weights and they just work on technique all summer, I think we'll have a pretty good team.
Were there any kids that you've really seen grow a lot around you this year?
Todd Hunsaker, he came in and was a little bit shy, but he's been a huge help to our JV. So,
looking at what's next for you, you're going to be wrestling on the team. How much did football help with what's going to be next for you as far as the wrestling side of things?
Just toughen you up, get you in good shape.
To wrap it all up, and this is the last question for you, what is the biggest lesson that football taught, and what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give to the kids coming up behind you?
Just never give up. Give it your all. 100%.
Okay, so I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Good luck as you continue on through the year and the rest of your sports activities, and we'll be looking forward to watching you out there on the wrestling mat and also on the baseball field.
Thanks.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
And welcome back out here to Archer Field as the two teams, both Cardinals, making their way over to either side as the starters being announced for each side by Coach Cliff Garvin underneath, as again the players getting to play their opportunity as the coaches on tonight's matchup. Should be a fun one. The black team being introduced right now.
Number 22.
As the black team is going to be led by Logan Mumford, Taylor Adams, Peyton Lish, Caleb Peterson, Carson Steele, Case Griffiths, Connor Torman, Sammy Caballaro, number 58, Jay Smith, number 64, Hunter Bybee, number 69 is Jacob Housley, number 70 is Spencer Bryant, number 88 is Dylan Clark, number 89 is both Trevin Barfus and Mason Smith, as some of them are not here for this matchup. One number that I do see that is not there is Kyle Dursteller, as he has not made his way out onto the field, maybe still coming out. A couple of different rules for tonight's matchup, as they will do running clock throughout this game. They're not going to do normal stoppages. It will be quick. The coaching staff is going to be your umpiring crew out there on the field, as they have no other job unless they were out there on the court or on the field. As the black team has been announced, an array of jerseys on the black team, as they wear both the varsity black jerseys with the white numbers, as well as the JV uniforms with the red numbers, all spread up out there on the court, on the field, excuse me. Getting myself ready for basketball season already, as that's just around the corner for us here on KBRV 800 The Bear. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors throughout the game and throughout the time that it goes on. Again, for those of you who are watching right now, this is online only. There is no video or there is no radio broadcast of this matchup, as the fact this is just a scrimmage, just a little bit of fun out there for these kids to enjoy themselves one more time on the field, as the gray team being announced this time onto the near side of the field. It'll be James Selos, Thomas Nielsen, Justin Morrison, Andrew Stewart, Dakota Bybee, Kelby John, Todd Hunsaker, Shad Curry, Tanner Bredehoft, Jeremiah Hansen, Nathan Lau, Dylan Downs, Caleb Watkins, Connor Veely, Tom Lau, Mason Kidd, and Brandon Bridges. And already looking at these two teams, the one thing that comes out with these two teams is the speed is definitely the advantage for the gray team as they come out onto the field. They have some size on their line, as they definitely have some big boys down there. Dylan Downs, Nathan Lau, Jeremiah Hansen, also one of the linemen who's been very tough so far on the season. Connor Veely, also a big person on the line. They have kids that can definitely block for this team out there on the field, and it will be interesting to see how exactly they come out here and how strong they decide to come out there in this matchup. This is a little bit different this year than last year, even though. As I was talking with Coach Garbutt, last year they decided to do this as one of those scrimmages that comes out and is just a JV against JV, and then a varsity against varsity. This time they did not have enough players on the team to make that work, so it is just full team against full team. Captains chose the teams. Justin Morrison and Logan Mumford, I believe, were the two captains. I'm not positive on that, so I apologize if that is the incorrect option, as the cheerleaders on the far side being announced. Small crowd. Hopefully it gets bigger as tonight moves along. It is actually warmer tonight than I expected it to be. As the chilly night air still has not necessarily descended onto this area. And the gray team comes over. Do coin toss out in the middle as we continue to wait. Coming out to meet in the middle, Taylor Adams, Logan Mumford, and Hunter Bybee for the black team, making their way out to the middle of the field. From the near side, Andrew Stewart, Justin Morrison, Dylan Downs, as well as Dakota Bybee, making their way out as the four captains for the Soda Springs in the gray. Biggest thing to be interested in this matchup is what exactly things come across as these offenses getting a chance to run themselves. The players getting a chance to make up their own offenses, getting a chance to really have some fun with it here in this evening's contest. As the contest will be decided by a aggression of wills, you could say. But anything can happen, and anything will happen here in this evening's matchup. A little bit late. It was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. Starting lineups did not come until 7 o'clock, and means that we are behind schedule. But that's not necessarily anything too crazy and too wrong. And right now, down on the sidelines below us, Nathan Lau taking some snaps from Tom Lau. Not sure if that's just working the two of them out. Did see Tom Lau snapping the ball to Justin Morrison. Again, anything could happen here tonight. Black will receive the opening kickoff, as gray will be kicking off to them, as the opening coin toss has been made. And the two sides will come back and greet each other. Pride on the line between these two sides. A lot more seniors on the gray team than there are over on the black team who will be out there to receive. And an awful lot of black players making their way out onto the field for the Cardinals. There's definitely more than 11 of them as they make their way up to the 30-yard line.
Team's going to start with the football.
So black will start with the football. No kickoffs here tonight, apparently. Again, this is a little bit different for me as well. Not sure exactly what is going to be taking place here tonight. So I apologize if I get anything wrong early, as the football will be set at the 25-yard line to open things on this opening drive for the black players for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Black uniforms, I should say. He'll start out with an under center formation for Logan Mumford. 3 behind him, 5 on the line of scrimmage. Hands the ball off to the near side, and a quick hit is going to drive back the ball carrier as Trevin Barfus goes absolutely nowhere and moves back, in fact, as he is going to be spotted at the 20-yard line after that big loss on the opening play. Not a good sign for the black athletes. The younger team, I would say, being led by plenty of younger players. And we'll see if they find some more of a rhythm. Talking to both teams, they were expecting not a lot of defense. Although for the players on offense, the black jerseys, they were coming out saying, you know what, we're going to rely on our defense in this game. They'll come out with Mumford again under center. Takes a snap. Goes to his right, confusion in the backfield, rolls over to his far side, throws one down the field. A wobbly pass that bounces in front of Justin Morrison. And as the clock continues to march down here, 11 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. It's 3rd down and 15 for the black team. Working right to left. Gray on defense, throwing a solid front on their line. Nathan Lau and Tom Lau forming the 2 defensive tackles. Defensive ends include Dakota as well as Dylan, as Dylan Downs plays the part of Good Samaritan, moves the ball up to the 20-yard line. And the black team will break the huddle. Comes forward to the line of scrimmage. Again, Mumford will be the one in charge of operating the offense. Twins out to each side. Mason Smith on the near side. Joined there by Connor Torman. And a false start is going to be called. This one will probably be on Torman on the near side is what I would expect. And it will be marched back, I believe, as the black team already marching back. The gray team already excited. And the ball will be moved forward up to the 15-yard line. And it's 3rd and 20 now for the boys in black for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Gray playing right up on the line of scrimmage. Dylan Downs getting an opportunity to come out and take on Mason Smith one-on-one on the right side. That could be a match if Mumford goes the other way, and his pass is batted down at the line.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 20 yards for the black
Pass
team.
swatted down on the far side. I think it was Dakota Bybee who got the swat, and we will see what the boys in black decide to do here. See if they go for it, or see if they just punt the ball away to Gray. In this type of a game, you'd expect them to go for it. Nothing to lose, just a scrimmage. Although it does look like they will line up for a punt, and Justin Morrison is going to quickly backpedal beyond the 40-yard line, right about to the 50. Case Griffiths to kick the ball away, sends it downfield. It'll be picked up at the 49-yard line. Run to the left, Morrison with a hole, and is going to be pushed out of bounds onto the track on the far side of the field. And 1st down coming up for the boys in gray. As the Gray Cardinals coming out onto the field will have the ball at right about the 30-yard line. So it ends up being a net punt on the play of 15 yards.
1st and 10 for the Gray team at about the 30-yard line.
Doesn't do much to change field position. As great starting field position. Talking with Justin Morrison before all this, he said, you know, we are going to have some fun with this. We're going to come out with some interesting formations. And already they're going to keep it basic to start things out. 5 linemen, Morrison the quarterback, 2 wideouts to each side. Now they'll run everybody into motion. And this is going to be one of those interesting formations, forcing a shift as they're going to stack up on the near side of the field. With a large bunch formation to the near side, Morrison takes a snap, throws a deep pass down the field, taken and picked up by Dylan Downs, but he has the 1st down on a beautiful play over the numbers, over the hash marks on the near side. That is going to go for a gain of right about 11 yards on the play up to the 17-yard line or so. So call it actually a gain of 13.
That's going to be a 1st down.
And a good start for the Gray Cardinals. They'll break the huddle once again. Bring those 7 men onto the line of scrimmage. Everybody bunched tight into the formation as Morrison takes a snap, a little bit high, drops back, blitz right up the middle. Mumford loses him. He's going to turn on the burners and go down the sideline, bowls over a man as he is knocked out of bounds on the right side. And he is going to be marked out of bounds behind the chains for a loss of 3 back to the 20-yard line.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
So brings up 2nd down, call it 12 to go. And once again, The Gray Cardinals will line up. Gray Cardinals definitely have the advantage in the kicking game. Well, Morgan Steele, the kicker for the Cardinals this season, is on the black side. Gray Cardinals, I saw Dylan Downs kicking field goals upwards of 50 yards earlier today. Morrison to take the snap, drops back, second down and 11. He's going to go deep for the end zone, and he overthrows Case Griffiths as that one bounces beyond Todd Hunsaker, as a pair of 22s were running down the field. And it ends up as third down and 11 as Morrison too long on his passing attempt on the play. And with 5 minutes and 32 to go here in the first quarter, running clock all the way through once again, the Soda Springs Cardinals on the gray side looking to try and strike first after holding the black team to a 3-and-out to start out the ball game. Gray in the huddle once again, breaks it. They'll split one out to the far side, two to the right of your screen, and the right of the formation. Now they'll move Dakota Bybee over to the right as well. Morrison stands in that shotgun formation. Three-man front, they'll bring four, ball on the ground on the snap. Morrison trying to make something out of nothing. Slips through two tacklers, runs through another tackle into the end zone as he goes straight through Case Griffiths, and the Gray team strikes first as they punch themselves up by a score of 6-0 on your Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And by the way, Caribou Memorial Hospital giving some extra assistance to this game as they help to supply the teams here with some extra grit and also supplied them with some water. So Coach Cliff Garbett asked me to say thank you to Caribou Memorial Hospital for what they've done for the team in this matchup and getting this game going, as well as all the help that they provide throughout the season. We want to thank them for being a sponsor, as Caribou Memorial Hospital has a friendly and qualified staff that truly cares about your patients or their patients in the community, and you can rest at ease with the knowledge that you'll be taken care of well. Justin Morrison comes up, counts the men on the line of scrimmage, makes sure everything is proper. Empty backfield. Takes a snap, looks to his right, rolls to his right. He looks to try and take this himself. No, he's going to dump one off and right into the hands of Dylan Downs, who pulls it in. And it's a 2-point conversion to make it an 8-0 lead for the Gray Cardinals. And the Gray Cardinals, as I think a lot of people looking at these rosters, jump themselves out to an early lead. And the black team will come back onto their own side with a chance to take a snap and try and run some more offense of their own. They'll shuffle a couple of kids in and out while we're waiting for things to transition. We'll give you a heads up that these games this year will be brought to you by Rainy Day Massage, where they specialize in shiatsu, Swedish reflexology, trigger point, and sports injury massage. You can give Jake a call at 435-703-0195, and you can begin feeling better today. Ball brought up once again to the 25-yard line, and that's where the black team will start out. Bad snap again, and Mumford has to jump onto the snap. And some of the problems that the Soda Springs Cardinals dealt with during the regular season already bearing their ugly heads here in this scrimmage, as that's a loss of a yard and brings up second down and 11. Soda Springs really did have a lot of trouble with the snap. And Hunter Bybee, who was the main center for the Soda Springs Cardinals, the starting center for this game as well for the black team, and already having a problem with that snap, although this time not a shotgun snap. It was a under center snap. So we'll see what the Cardinals decide to do here, as Mumford will step back into the shotgun, splits out into the traditional formation for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Two wideouts to each side. Looks to the near side, pump fakes, tucks, goes to his right, throws one on the run through the hands of Taylor Adams, and Soda Springs comes up with a third down and 11, as the black team will step their way back to the 25-yard line. 3 minutes and 35 seconds and counting here, with the running clock again moving its way through here high above Archer Field. Thanks again for joining us for the black and red scrimmage. Actually, the black and gray, as it were, for today. And the black team trails 8-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Come back up to the line of scrimmage. Mumford again in the shotgun formation. Spreads out. Takes a snap. Good protection. Breaks up, though, as he rolls to his right. He's got room to run. Instead, he throws it. This one's going to be popped by Taylor Adams, and he is going to have a first down up to the 39-yard line. And the black team able to get their first down of the night and moves the ball closer towards gray territory. Good play, good adjustment by Mumford, and good eyes downfield. I thought he was going to tuck that ball and run with it, but he was able to find Taylor Adams spotting up at the 34-yard line. He spun out of a tackle with a great athletic move and made his way up to the 39-yard line. Clock will continue to run as the black team will come up to the line of scrimmage on the middle of the field. Mumford under center, 3 backs in a diamond shape behind him, and he's going to fake the handoff one way. Goes to Hunter Bybee, and he is going to try and carry the ball for a gain, but he is wrapped up quickly at the 38-yard line. Went to his right. The big man for the black team could not gain any yardage as that play was sniffed out by the speed and the defensive line of the Gray Cardinals.
That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, bringing up second
Makes
down
it second down and 11 once again, as the ball is going to be placed at the 38-yard line. And again, they'll come out in that same formation. Hunter Bybee still at back as one of the fullbacks, we'll call them. They'll fake the handoff. Mumford rolls to his right. He's going to look to throw again, and instead he slips a tackle, comes to the near side, slips another tackle, and finally goes down at the 35-yard line. That is a slippery eel out there in the sophomore of Logan Mumford, as the Cardinals could not drop him down, and a flag comes down onto the play. It's a face mask, personal foul variety against the Gray team, and that is going to be a 15-yard penalty that will march the ball up to the 50-yard line. And the black team, with under a minute to go in the first quarter, will get themselves a gift, a lot due to the scramble made by Logan Mumford, as the ball will be marched up, as I said, to the 50-yard line. Chains will move as well. We'll actually move it up to the 49-yard line of the Gray team. Give the first down. And the clock continues to march its way down. The black team breaks the huddle and makes their way up to the 50-yard line. 8-0, Gray on top as we march under 30 seconds. Mumford in the pistol formation now, takes a snap, drops back. It's a screen play into the middle of the field, and pulling this one in for another first down across the 40-yard line near the 35 is Dylan Clark, as Dylan catches his first pass and makes it all the way up to the 36 in the middle of the field. A beautiful screenplay, and the Gray team took it hook, line, and sinker. Big props to the defensive backs for what they were able to do. And the first quarter comes to an end. It's Gray on top, 8-0, but the black team is driving. We'll take a quick break and come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear, with audio online as well at mylocalradio.com. Thanks again for tuning in to the Red and Black Scrimmage on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of October 20th through the 26th. Drop into Lalaton's and grab yourself a Boston roast at $1.69 a pound. 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef is just $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's frozen lasagnas are just $9.99 each. Western Family 32-ounce packages of pasta are just $1.69, and Ragu 16 to 24-ounce jars of pasta sauce are 99 cents. And if you have a sweet tooth, or if you're just looking to take care of the kids on Halloween, candy is on sale throughout the store. Those are some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Big thanks to Lalaton's. They've been a sponsor for us throughout this season, and we could then want to thank them throughout the year. Justin Morrison having words on the sideline with his team as they will break the huddle on the sideline. Black still driving with the football. They have it at the 36-yard line, with a brand new quarter to start things off. 8-0, they trail on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Decent crowd here tonight as well. I've actually got to say, I'm impressed with the amount of people who have come out here tonight to support the black and gray scrimmage. as the second quarter begins. Mumford in the shotgun, takes a snap, looks down the left, pump fakes, fires, and well over the head of Taylor Adams, as that was a long drive down the middle of the field. Plenty of time, and I think, honestly, Mumford holds on to that ball, and he actually probably has a good shot at a touchdown there, as Adams just was not given enough time to try and put the ball deep enough down the field. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the middle of the field for Boys in Black, as Adams will check out. Checking onto the field is Spencer Bryant in place of Adams, who takes a breather after the sprint down the field. They'll split out Case Griffiths to the right. Up to the top is Connor Torman. That bunch formation behind again with the 3 backs. They've run out of this formation once. It ended up being a very short run. They'll take the handoff to Mumford. He ends up running into his own man, gives off to Dylan Clark, who sprints out to the left and is going to be taken down for a big loss back to the 40-yard line. And with the clock marching under 11 minutes to go, it's now a 3rd down and call it 15 to go. So Dylan Clark not able to find any room in front of him. That looked to be a broken play right from the start, as the Black Cardinals could not take the handoff cleanly. Blocking was a joke as well on that one, as Gray was immediately into the backfield right off of the bat. Clock continues to wind down as the Boys in Black talking things over in their huddle. They'll break the huddle and come up to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 41-yard line, far side hash mark. They'll come with 2 wideouts to each side. Mumford in that pistol formation, takes a snap, drops back, has pressure, avoids 1, but he can't avoid 2. He goes down at the 49-yard line. One of the first men up with the sack on the play, I believe, is Tom Lau.
He's going to be
he goes jumping up. Excuse me, that is Thomas Nielsen, as he comes up with the big sack on the play. The second man into the backfield, and he was able to drop the quarterback in Logan Mumford for his first sack of the game. Another punt coming up, you would guess. No, they're not going to punt this time. They're going to go for it. 4th and 23 from the 49-yard line. They're going to go 5 wideouts in the formation as Mumford takes a snap. Blitz comes into his face. He's going to huck one down the field, far side. Morrison bats it down wisely. Smart play by the senior captain for the Boys in Gray, and the Gray Cardinals will take the ball over, leading 8-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as the clock continues to make its way down. 9 minutes and 1 second and counting on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It's a cold night here, cold night on the field. Most of the players, though, not wearing high socks. They are wearing arm sleeves for the most part, although there are several bare-armed players out there, and got to tip my cap to them. I'm wearing 3 layers up here on top of the press box, as it is definitely a chilly night here in Soda Springs. They'll mark the ball at the 50 to start things off, as the Gray team will step towards the line of scrimmage, splitting 2 out to either side. Morrison in the pistol. We'll put 2 out to each side. He'll carry this one himself, holds the ball out like a loaf of bread, makes several miss. He goes backwards, though, and pitches the ball to the right. That's going to be a loss for the Boys in Gray, as the Cardinals Gray team ends up finding their way back to the 45-yard line on a scramble that went for nothing. Morrison trying to make more out of it than he could, and ends up falling backwards 5 yards as his knee touched right at about the 45.5-yard line. That's one of the first solid defensive plays of the game for the Black team. We'll see if they can build on it with 7:46 to go. Still just a 1-score game, 8-0, Black on top of Gray on that Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard down on the right side of the field. Gray will come back up to the line of scrimmage once again, still in that same traditional set with Morrison as the quarterback. Takes a snap. He'll pull it down. Draw play up the middle. And this time it's Dylan Clark able to wrap him up, pulls him down by the legs. Also there on the play is Sammy Caballero, as the two of them teamed up to pull down the quarterback of the Gray team. Makes it a 3rd and 12. Most likely The Gray Cardinals will be going up into the air on this play with under 7 minutes to go now in the second quarter of play. Sparse crowd on the far side, enjoying hot chocolate, I would assume, as I know that the concession stand has that. Also T-shirts, as well as a donation desk. As again, Morrison in that shotgun. Shuffles some players around. He'll move Dylan Downs to the near side of the field. So Stipp and tries on this side. Snap a low one. Morrison kicks it out to Andrew Stewart. He's going to be taken down on the near side. Taylor Adams, the first one to get there. A teammate of the Cardinals, one of the few that's been able to take a one-on-one matchup against Andrew Stewart and use it to their advantage. And the black team holds, forcing it into a 4th down and long. And we'll see what Gray decides to do here. A punt is a definite possibility for the Gray team, but with them ahead, they could take some chances here with a 4th down and 14 to go. The offense struggling along a little bit here in the second drive for the Gray team. Never really able to get much momentum onto their side, as they decided to go with a run game over the passing game. Passing took them down the field on the first one. I think that's going to be a strategy that they need to use, as they have a very good quarterback on the field in Justin Morrison. They'll stack up the line once again. 5 linemen. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left of Morrison. As he takes the snap once again, drops back, pressured immediately in the backfield, comes to the near side. He's going to hurl one deep down the field. He's got several targets, and it is going to pop up into the air and is incomplete. Nearly intercepted on the play by a leaping Connor Torman, as he was the first man to get up into the air, and the ball will come back to the 48-yard line of the black team. So other than losing some time off of the clock, the Gray team does not take advantage of the good field position, and the black team will not really lose any field position on the drive, as they will step themselves out there for another offensive possession. The ball, as I said, being placed right about the 47.5-yard line of the Gray team. Black team steps up to the line of scrimmage themselves. 2 wideouts to each side of the formation. Mumford in that shotgun. 1 back behind him. That's Dylan Clark, who rolls out to his left, passes into the middle and off of the hands of Caleb Peterson. It bounces off of his chest plate and pops onto the ground right about the 45-yard line. Wasn't going to be a very big gain on the play, but positive yardage would have been a good thing for the black team to get, as other than a gain up to the 48 last time, although they were able to get it up to the 36, their offense really has not been able to move the ball. So they're looking for some sort of option that will get them some offensive movement. Clock stopped at 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go. I was under the impression it would be running clock all the way throughout, although it is frozen onto the scoreboard. And the black team again comes up to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Peterson will be the new man under center, as they will give Mumford a break. Peterson takes the snap, hands this one off. It'll be Hunter Bybee, and the big man rolls his way forward, rumbling up to the 42-yard line to make it a 2nd down and 4 for the black team. 3rd down and 4, excuse me, with 4 minutes and 36 and 35 seconds as it continues to march down and counting. Gray team, hands on their hips, looking for another stop. All that the boys in black need to do is just gain a little bit. We've seen them already have the intention to go for it on 4th down. Mumford lining up at tackle. As Peterson again under center. 3 backs behind him in a T formation. The snap is a poor one, and Peterson able to dive onto it at the line of scrimmage. And it will remain a 4-yard gain, or 4 yards necessary to gain, and makes it a 4th down and 4 to go from the 41-yard line. As the clock continues to run to 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in this first half of play. Mumford back as the quarterback for the Cardinals, and the snap goes well past his head. Dylan Clark is going to be the one to drop onto it at the 35-yard line, and I'll tell you what, that has been an all too common sight for the Cardinals on the season, and especially for the snapper for the Cardinals, as that one goes well past him, as with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Teams have all timeouts.
The Soda Springs boys in black will be on defense deep in their own territory, right about the same position where the gray team started to get their first score, as that one started on the 30-yard line. And Gray will once again break the huddle. Coming up and running as the center is Tom Lau. They'll split quads out to the near side. An off-balance offensive line. As the snap goes to Morrison, he drops back. Again, poor protection. Rolls to his right, throws one down the field. That is pulled in on the far side. Andrew Stewart takes it in at the 15-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10 coming up for the Soda Springs Cardinals on a beautiful pass and catch from Morrison, especially after the pocket collapsed, as he was able to roll to his right and able to take the advantage that the defense gave him on the field with the speedster and Andrew Stewart. So the ball at the 15-yard line.
1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line.
20-yard gain on the play. They'll come out in about the same formation, except trips to the near side. 2 set out to the right. Snap again to Morrison. He's going to step right up into it through the middle of the field. Justin Morrison to his left, cuts into the end zone, falls down into the end zone across the goal line, and it's another touchdown for the gray team as they take a 14-0 lead on the black team, and we'll see if they decide to go for 2 once again on their side of the field, and they will go for 2. A little bit of a scuffle as the gray team spreads back into their huddle. Black, down by 2 touchdowns, is going to have to find some sort of offense with only 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the game, or in the first half of this game. Not sure what they're going to do for halftime. Not sure if it's going to be an elongated halftime or just continue to roll through it. So we'll keep you posted on what goes on for that. As the Cardinals gray team will step up to go for it. One-man split way out to the right side of the formation. Morrison looks that way, pump fakes, floats one into the middle. It'll be picked up and into the end zone, I believe, is going to be Thomas Nielsen pulling that one in. So Thomas Nielsen pulls in the 2-point conversion and makes it a 16-0 game, as the black team will have to try and come back from 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions.
16 seconds left in the half.
And excuse me, it looks like we're going to have to redo it. So we're going to redo the play. As they're going to take 2 points off. The gray team again talking things over. And they'll break the huddle once again. Not sure why the discrepancy here. They are going to try it one more time, though. And Morrison in that shotgun formation. Looks out to his right. See if he looks that way. He does. Immediately pressured off his back foot. Throws to the end zone. Case Griffiths comes in, breaks up the play, bats it down in the back of the end zone, and the black team holds and makes it a 14-0 game. So it remains a 2-possession game. And black will take over, still down 14-0 with 2:16 to go here in the first half of play. So the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. Gray shuffling in and out a few players.
2 minutes left in the half.
As the clock again begins to run. And Mumford will again be the quarterback in the shotgun. 2 split out to each side. See what he decides to do with this formation. It'll be a running play to Clark. Flea flicker, pop back over to Mumford. He's got to scramble to avoid some pressure. Throws to the near side, almost intercepted on the near side by Andrew Stewart. Bounces off of his ungloved hands. One hand gloved, the other one not, and it drops incomplete. And 1:48 is left on the clock, as they have stopped it. So no running clock here tonight, I suppose.
Second down and 10.
And it will be second down, 10 to go from the 25-yard line, as the black team continues to struggle to get their offense working down the field. Speed proven to be the benefit over size in this matchup. Mumford, again in the pistol, takes the snap. Looks to his left. This time rolls that way. Throws a screen pass down at the feet of Taylor Adams. More in between both Dylan Clark and Taylor Adams. And it ends up dropping harmlessly to the turf for a third down and 10 now for the black team. They have shown an ineptness to come up with plays so far tonight. Riley Harris on the sideline with the gray team, talking things over. He was injured coming into this, did not want to have the risk of hurting himself further, especially with basketball season right around the corner here in Soda Springs. He's going to be one of the bigger players on the basketball team. Logan Mumford, another player that is hoping to make the varsity this year, stands under center. He hands the ball off. It'll be Hunter Bybee, and he rolls his way ahead to the 32-yard line, straight up the gut, carries a couple of people with him, as Jacob Housley also blocking up front there. And the clock will make its way down to 1:20 left to go. Mumford going for it on 4th down and 3. And they're going to get a hard count to jump a man off sides. And excuse me, it is a false start against the black team. So it'll be 5 yards backwards on the black team, called by the far side line judge. Makes it a 4th down. Call it about 8 to go from the 27-yard line.
Bring up 4th and 8.
Clock should wind once again. Black will break the huddle.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Mumford again still looking to go for it. Under center, takes a snap, drops back, better protection this time. Rolls to the far side as Nathan Lau pressures him, tucks the ball, and runs straight into another man on the gray side of the field. And a 4th down conversion will be shut down on the play. Coming up with the tackle, I believe, Jeremiah Hansen, with his first tackle of the evening. And the ball will be turned over on downs. Timeout taken by the gray team. And we'll take a quick break here as well. Back after this on KBRV and online at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out once again. Had to clarify something underneath. Got the final announcement from Coach Garbutt as the final 5 minutes of each quarter, or of the final quarter, will not be played running clock, but everything else will be. As Morrison on 1st down and 10 takes a snap, bobbles it, immediately pressured, hurls one down the near side and thrown out of bounds beyond the line of scrimmage. Smart play coming from the senior just to get rid of the football, and it makes it a 2nd down and 10, 56 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Again, not sure what they're going to end up doing for halftime, if they're going to take a full halftime or if they're just going to try and continue things along here, keep things moving. Again, appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time this evening. We hope that you'll also be joining us tomorrow when we head out to North Gem for the real football action. As the high school season still alive for the North Gem Cowboys, they're going to be taking on their final opponent of the season in the regular season. They have a first-round home game coming up against Cassia County, but they'll be taking on Water Springs and the Warriors tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. We'll be out there as well. Mumford in the pistol formation, counts the men on the line, makes sure he has enough there. Snap rolled to him. He takes it. He's going to try and bounce his way again on a busted play. He's got a hole down the left. Cuts back to the left side. Finally pushed out of bounds by several members of the black team, including Hunter Bybee and Case Griffiths. And that goes on the play as a gain of about, call it 13 on the play for Morrison. And it makes it a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Timeout's going to be taken once again by the gray team. We'll take one with them. Back after this on mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Once again, give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors that have helped us out throughout the season in football. A big one to Bear Lake Drug. Several different things that they've been sponsoring. Bear Lake Drug has everything you need to get better quick and carries durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand all of your health needs. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. You can call them at 208-847-1421. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line for the gray team. Morrison alone in the backfield. 3 wideouts. Now he'll bring a man closer to him, just to his right. That, I believe, Mason Kidd. Numbers tough to see in the glare of the lights as the ball is going to be snapped over Morrison. Looks to his right, just holds the ball down. Now steps up in the pocket, rolls to his left. He steps into the middle of the field, almost spun down, but stays on his feet and steps into the end zone as Justin Morrison again strikes for the end zone and makes it a 20-0 score in favor of the boys in gray. The Soda Springs Cardinals gray team has been absolutely rolling roughshod on the offensive side against the boys in black. They've been stopped on downs once so far tonight, but other than that have made it into the end zone every single time that they have touched the football so far in this evening's contest here in the red and black scrimmage, which has been changed to the black and gray scrimmage, as the gray uniforms of the Gray Cardinals have given themselves a lead at 20-0. 17 seconds to go on the scoreboard. And Morrison will again step up underneath the pistol formation. A man lined up in front of him. Look for maybe a run play as they stack up the box. Morrison instead is a direct snap, and that will come up short. So it'll be a stop for the black team as they loaded up the line, and the black team will take over with only 17 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Temperature dropping rapidly here. And the black team takes over themselves at about the 25-yard line once again. The ball will be set up there. 17 seconds. Expect a couple of bombs deep by the black team, who still has all of their timeouts. Far side black bench all sitting down. Mumford will switch out as they will give Caleb Peterson another opportunity as the quarterback.
Peterson, the quarterback,
and takes the snap. Quick snap at his face, holds on to it, throws one over the middle of the field. That is incomplete. And it ends up being a second down and 10 coming up with 13.2 seconds left to go. 8-0 was the start, 14-0 at the middle of the second quarter, and then 20-0 as we sit now on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As the Black Cardinals will break the huddle once again. Case Griffiths out to the right. Connor Torman, Mumford, as well as Dylan Clark and Taylor Adams out to the far side. And they're going to put Peyton Lish as the quarterback. He looks over to that far side with quads. He's going to throw in a bullet that bounces short of the far sideline and short of Dylan Clark. Brings up 3rd down and 10 now with 8 seconds to go. Not a whole lot to be excited about if you've been the team in black here for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as they will again huddle up over on that far side. Cold temperatures here for this scrimmage. Fans on the far side definitely bundled up as they continue to grit through the cold. As the black team tries to draw up a play to get themselves back into this game. Down 20-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Last time to dress up in pads for some of these players, as the senior class is going to be moving on. The juniors, this is a chance to show off some of what they can do. As Caleb Peterson, a freshman for the Soda Springs Cardinals, steps in. The snap goes through his hands, picked up by Mumford. Mumford is going to try and make something happen. Able to make a few men miss. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to come to the near side. Half is over, and he throws to Case Griffiths, who sees the ball go out of his hands and drops to the turf. The half ends with the score at 20-0. The gray team on top. We'll take a break, figure out what's coming up next. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. A 5-minute half coming up. We're going to take a break to get warm. Back after this with more on your home. We'll actually give it over to a sports update with the dance coach, Samantha Daniels from Soda Springs High School.
Caleb Bergraff joined here with our dance coach at Soda Springs High School. And Coach Daniels, right now it's a little bit of a transitionary period for you guys as far as when it comes to performing, going from the outdoor football games, coming to the inside. Is there anything that changes in the way that you approach it as a coach when you're getting the girls ready for something on a basketball court rather than the football field?
Yes, the spacing is a lot different. We actually get our gym, which is a lot nicer. They don't have to be practicing in the grass, in the cold weather. So it is a lot easier for us. We are able to practice in a bigger area and be able to get our formations lined out better.
When you start heading into November, December, you start really getting into that crunch time for getting ready for your competitions, which start up in January and February. Is it nicer to be able to just focus on the gym and the lines that you're going to be using when you actually get to those competitions?
Yes, very much so.
What are some of the things that you guys have really been focusing on right now in your dances? What are some of the bigger pieces that still need worked on?
All of them. They all need work. We have 5 routines. It's about getting our lines together. Sharpness. Sharpness is our biggest one this year. We need to get them together, clean, and we still have a few routines to finish.
When you think about having 5 routines that you're trying to work through, how much does that workload affect how much time you can spend on each dance, and how much does it help to have an extra place to be able to practice? I know we talked about this at the beginning of the year, but having your studio to be able to take the girls to in the mornings, does that help out at all?
It does help. It helps a lot. They can watch their angles in the mirror. It's a smaller space, so we don't get our formations worked out, but they can watch their arm angles, they can watch their turnout, their toes, all of that stuff that needs to be also noticed. Sometimes they don't realize what they are doing wrong until they actually can see themselves.
Just a couple more questions for you, Coach. The first one, what dance is the cleanest right now? Which one have you been most happy with as far as the progression that you've been able to make? And what excites you about the progression they've made on that dance?
Kick is completely done, and sometimes that routine looks really nice and sharp as long as they are on their game. Jazz is surprisingly looking pretty good already, and jazz is usually our hardest routine to get clean, but that one's probably the cleanest as of right now.
You guys are getting ready for that first performance indoors, as we talked about. When you get in front of that many people in the close quarters of basketball, does that help as well once they get into that environment to start getting them more ready for that tournament and for the competitions you guys go in?
Yes, once they start performing, their adrenaline starts going. They can watch their performances and see what they need to work on, take that home, and that does definitely improve and clean our routines.
We're definitely looking forward to seeing you guys perform pretty soon here, coming up in November, as we said, and hope that things continue to get cleaned up and perfected as you guys work your way towards your competitions.
Thank you.
Halftime almost to a close here, only about 27 seconds left as the gray team leads here at the half, 20-0 on our scoreboard. Continue to give a couple more shout outs. Again, the football team very happy for the help that they got in this scrimmage from Caribou Memorial Hospital. And we're happy that Caribou Memorial Hospital helped us throughout the season as well, sponsoring our scoreboard. As their friendly, qualified staff truly cares about their patients in the community, you can rest at ease knowing that you will be receiving the best care possible close to home. Gray team, I believe, will have the ball to start things out here in the second half of play as the black team started out themselves with the football.
All right, that's the end
And
of
we'll
the
see
half.
which way they decide to move
We
themselves,
want to thank Caribou Memorial Hospital tonight for helping sponsor this game.
as it'll be a
with the volleyball
25-yard line
t-shirts
start for the gray team,
and
working
for
left to
supplying
right.
us with our water on the sidelines this year. Thank you, Caribou Memorial Hospital. We also want to thank KBRV
This gray team will start
and
things
Caleb
out.
Burgraff for showing our games on the internet and for broadcasting our game on the internet tonight. Thank you, Caleb and KBRV. Also want to thank all you parents that are here for supporting us and for helping support us tonight with this fundraiser, and all the others that have helped us out this year. Thank you for your support.
Gray starts out with the football, 12 minutes on the clock. This third quarter will be a running clock as Morrison stands alone in the shotgun. Box formation out to the far side. Snap taken by Morrison. He'll step up, looks to the deep side of the field, pulls a man back towards him. The pass is going to be picked off on the play. Case Griffiths taking it down the near sideline, thrown out of bounds at the 35, but not before giving the black team a little bit of a momentum boost as they are going to get themselves right back into this football game with the ball at the 35-yard line to start things out. Fantastic play made by Case Griffiths, stepping up as he watched as Morrison was waving a man forward, stepped in front, and was able to take that one straight up the sideline and give the black team a little bit of momentum. Can they take advantage of it, though? That is the big question for them. With 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. As the black team huddles up, they've been switching around quarterbacks. 3 different quarterbacks so far. We'll see who comes out to start. And it looks like it will be Logan Mumford. He's lined up as a wide receiver as well as a tackle so far in this game. Mumford under center. 3 backs behind him, 2 fullbacks. They'll hand it off to one of the fullbacks, as that is going to be Jacob Housley, who falls ahead for a short gain on the play. Housley up ahead to the 31-yard line, call it a gain of 4, and makes it 2nd down and 6 to go. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. The clock winds. Again, running clock for the first and the second quarters, first and third quarters, and half of the second and the fourth quarter. Ball snapped to Mumford again. It'll be over to Hunter Bybee, who takes the ball forward. That'll be a 2-yard gain up ahead to about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. And it will go for a 2nd down and call it 4.
But he's going to be short.
Short of the first down by about 3 yards. They'll call it 20-0. The gray team on top here. The annual scrimmage. Decent crowd over there cheering on their 2 sides. As again, that 3-back formation, the handoff will go to Hunter. He tries to get to the edge, and that goes nowhere. The big man wrapped up around the ankles by a pair of Cardinals, and a pair of them very slow to get up on the far sideline. As in the cold weather, Dakota Bybee, one of the 2 that gets up slow, and also down there,
one of them is up. That looks like
I fear is Andrew Stewart, who lies on his back, and that is not a good sign for Soda Springs to see him on his back, as you definitely don't want to see anybody getting injured in this game. We're going to take a break and get back to the action after we find out what's wrong on the field on KBRV and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
It's Andrew Stewart who is going to be walking off the field very slow to the near sideline. And again, in a scrimmage like this, you hate to see something like this happen, and a very, very slow walk, as he had to come all the way across the field, and he holds his right hip. As you look to see something, that quad maybe is what was hurt. It'll be a 4th down try for the boys in black, and they're going to be very close to the first down. And they're going to wave them forward on the chain, saying they got the first down. And that will make it a 1st down for the black team with 8 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. Andrew Stewart and Dakota Bybee still on the sideline on the near side, as Dakota with his helmet off, taking some water. Andrew Stewart helmet on, with his hands on his hips, again trying to compose himself on the near sideline. Black comes up to the line of scrimmage. 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Snap goes to Mumford. Again, he's going to be loose on the ground. That ball, I believe, still loose for a moment. And picked up on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, call it 11 to go, as the ball is going to be pushed back slightly.
Bring up a 1-yard loss and
on the 1-yard loss, it'll be back over to the black team to try and make the ball up with a 2nd down and 11 upcoming. 7 minutes and 46 seconds left to go. Lights shining brightly, illuminating the middle of the field as the shadows covering the underneath side of the players. As Mumford takes the snap, rolls to his right, lost one to the far side, wobbly and short. The cold air may be affecting the grip for Mumford on the ball. Knows how to definitely throw it deep. He's shown that so far this season a couple of times, but that time not able to get anything behind it. And with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go, the clock will continue to march its way down. As the running clock continues, with a 3rd down and 11 coming up. Andrew Stewart now on the near sideline, lying on his back. Continuing to, looks like he's putting pressure to that hip. Again, not sure exactly what the problem is as the ball will be flipped out. Taylor Adams didn't see it coming his way. Ends up dropping harmlessly down to the ground. And it brings up a 4th down and 11 now for the black team. A drive that had some promise with the running game suddenly stalling out to absolutely nothing on their side of the field. And it makes it 4th down and 11. You got to go with what works if you're the boys in black. And they did not do that after a botched snap on that 1st down. They'll sub in a couple of players as Torman and Smith will check back into the game. Taking a side on the bench is Caleb Peterson as well as Spencer Bryant. See what the boys in black decide to do here. It's Torman, lone receiver on the near sideline. Smith and Case Griffiths on the right. Dylan Clark will split out to the left to join Torman as the offensive line will set up at the 23. It'll be a pass over the middle to Dylan Clark. Completed. It'll be short of the 1st down, though. Quick slant play puts the ball at about the 17-yard line, and it's a turnover on downs with the ball being given back over to the boys in gray as the Gray Cardinals will look to try and build on a 20-0 lead they already possess on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Some more shout-outs to a couple more of our sponsors. Your halftime sponsor throughout the year was Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they carried Amana, Maytag, Speed Queen, and all the major brands of appliances, as well as Lazy Boy Furniture. They want you to go to Sanders in Soda Springs, where they can help you make your house a home. Big thanks to them for being a sponsor throughout this season. You'll hear more about them tomorrow afternoon. We hope that you join us in our broadcast. That one will be over the air today. Only an internet broadcast, nothing online, or nothing over the airwaves on KBRV, but normally we do have KBRV on the air with carrying these games. Quads over to the left of the formation, working left to right. It'll be a snap to Morrison, moves out to his right, pressured immediately, drops back on the end zone line before rolling his way over to the far sideline. The defense spread out, and he is going to gain somehow 3 yards to the 20-yard line as Morrison dives ahead. A long scramble there that almost resulted in a safety, but Morrison makes something out of nothing and is able to take the ball up ahead to call it the 21-yard line officially, and makes it a 2nd down and 7.
Now had him in the backfield for a big loss. Morrison broke the tackle.
Scrambling Justin Morrison, able to somehow make that a positive play here on the brown and green grass of Archer Field. Winter definitely starting to set upon the mountains of southeastern Idaho. 3 wide receivers will split out to the far side, make it a 4th one. Is also running out there is Mason Kidd in the gray uniforms. The lone man to the near side is Dylan Downs. Snap low on the ground. There's a scrum for it that could be turned over. As coming up off of the pile, the black team has it, and it is the black team's football with 3 minutes and 29 seconds and counting. And a 1st down for the boys in black, as they come up with a big turnover to get themselves another opportunity to come back into this football game after another botched snap. And again, a common plague for the two sides. Another big one there. 2 wideouts to each side as Mumford takes a snap for the black team. Bubble screen to Case Griffiths. He's going to take this one across the 10 to the 6-yard line. It's a 1st down for Case Griffiths, and it makes it 1st and goal for the black team as they now give themselves an opportunity to get themselves into the end zone with only 7 yards separating them from pay dirt. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go on that running clock here in the 3rd quarter of play. 20-0. The lead stands right now for the boys in gray, but the boys in black looking to try and crack that scoreboard once again. Snap to Mumford. Drops back. Pressure. Screenplay. Middle of the field. Picked up by Taylor Adams. Rolled ahead. Down at the 1. The defense holds but barely. Pressure right in the face of Logan Mumford. And the ball will just be held short of the end zone. The clock continues to march its way down. 2 minutes and less remaining here in this game. And again, up to the line of scrimmage will come the black team. They'll make a couple of substitutions as well. As back into the football game is Spencer Bryant. Black and gray scrimmage. 20-0. The black team trails the gray team, but looking to try and get onto the scoreboard for the first time. They'll come up in that jumbo set with the two big fullbacks and Mason Smith, Hunter Bybee, and Dylan Clark as a false start is going to be flagged. I believe this will be a false start. Looked like the black team jumped early, and that hurts them. Makes it a 2nd down and 6 now, as they had a 2nd down and 1, and a critical penalty will move them back to the 5-yard line. Mumford goes under center. Same formation. Expect the same play as the snap will be to Mumford. Loose on the ground again. And this time I think the gray team was able to jump up onto the ball. Nobody making any reaction. It stays black football. But another loss on the play as that one's going to drop it back to the 6-yard line. And makes it a 3rd down and 6 to go. Common mistakes made by the Soda Springs Cardinals continue to hurt them here in the scrimmage. As the gray team has fumbled the ball twice, the black team has fumbled the ball multiple times. I've lost count of how many bad snaps they've had so far. Mumford in the pistol formation. Looks to take the snap. Good snap. This time quick throw over the middle. That's a bullet and a dart right into the hands of Dylan Clark. Short of the 1st down by a yard. And it is a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, and that'll have to be made at the start of the 4th quarter as the horn sounds before the play can come off. And we will head to the other side of the field of play with the score sitting at 20-0 in favor of the gray team here on a chilly night at Archer Field for the black and gray scrimmage. Back after this with your 4th quarter on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Welcome back out as the gray team lined up on defense, trying for a 4th and goal stop from the 1-yard line. As the black team looking to try and get onto the scoreboard for the first time. Mumford under center takes the snap. It'll be a handoff to Hunter Bybee, and he is into the end zone. A Mack truck hole straight up the gut. And it is now a 20-6 game at the start of the 4th quarter. And a big touchdown there needed by the black team to keep themselves in this matchup. As they look like they are going to just take the extra point. Morgan Steele out there to kick it. It'll be Case Griffiths to do the hold. And Hunter Bybee for the snap. Morgan takes his lineup. As the snap is good, hold good, kick is up and good. and makes it a 20-7 game now as the Soda Springs Cardinals on the black team get themselves the first score of the game for themselves, 20-6 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. While we sit here in between breaks, or in between plays, the gray team getting ready to run some offense. We'll give another shout out here to Rainy Day Massage, where if you're a top athlete or an individual recovering from surgery or simply need to relieve stressed muscles, give a call to Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195 in Soda Springs. Mention this ad. You can also get $15 off the regular pricing for a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy. That's Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195. 11 minutes and 34 seconds to go. The gray team comes up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to load up 5 on the line. Again, it is Dylan Downs split to the left, 4 to the right. As Morrison takes the snap, pressured almost immediately by Jacob Housley. He's trapped by 3, gets away from the 3, tiptoes down the sidelines before being pushed out at the 37-yard line. And it is a first down for the boys in gray after poor tackling is shown by 3 separate black Cardinals that got over there and were trying to cut them off. 11 minutes or so left to go. And the chains were not in the proper place, so it is actually going to be 2nd down and 3. Chains were lined up about 5 yards back of where they should have been. So apologize for the mistake. We'll get on the chain gang later. Morrison in the shotgun. Points out to his right, see if he goes that way. As he takes a low snap, looks to the middle. It's going to be over to Dylan Downs. He takes it at the 45-yard line and rolls up ahead to the 48-yard line. 2 big gains by the boys in gray. And they continue to march their way down the field, looking to try and get themselves back into this edge and get themselves up by 3 scores once again. Right now a 2-possession game, 20-7, as the black team has made it a bit more of a football game here this evening.
Don't forget your
very cold,
football t-shirt
very chilly tonight.
at the snack bar. And there's nice hot chocolate in there if you're getting cold.
This hot chocolate definitely has to be selling very good over there on the far sides, I would guess. If it was up to me, I'd be over there buying hot chocolate right now. Snap goes to Morrison. He takes rolls to the backside, gets pinned and throws one out of bounds. That did not make it up to the line of scrimmage and should be a flag for intentional grounding. And they will throw the flag out on the far side now. None of the officials wanted to throw the flag, but that should be a penalty of intentional grounding. And they're going to call they're going to call intentional grounding. And it will be
intentional grounding. Going to be the call.
See where they spot the ball to. Should be 5 yards and loss of down on the play. And with 9 minutes and 26 seconds, the clock frozen here. Coaching staff for the Cardinals trying to make sure they get everything right.
That should be a loss of down.
Coach Garrison waiting for it. Loss of down. 3rd down. Call it 15 to go.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 16 yards.
As they're waiting for a football. Just made it all the way over to the near side behind the bench. And is finally going to be tossed out there to Cardinal coaching staff, who sets it down. 3rd down, 16 to go on what has been a good drive so far for the gray team, but has floundered a little bit here near midfield. Morrison in that shotgun, standing about 5 yards back, takes the snap, flips one out to Nielsen. He's got it in space, takes it up the far side and across midfield to the 46-yard line of the black team to make it a 4th down and 4 coming up for the boys in gray. A big play there to make it a more manageable 4th down with 9 minutes and 4 seconds left to go. As they continue to hold on to that lead and continue to show the ability to just make plays happen on their side of the field. Morrison again comes out. Same formation they've been running almost this entire time. Quads to the far side, downs to the near side. As the snap will be low, Morrison picks it up. Housley again chases him back. It'll be Morrison rolling to his right, throws one on the run, bouncing in front of James Selos on the far side. It would have been good for a first down if he had caught it, but it will be short of the first down. Selos tried to slide down and pick it up, but it was down in front of him by a good 2 or 3 yards, and the turnover on downs will give it over to the black team with 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go. 20-7 your score here on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Up here. So the black team comes out, empty backfield. 2 wideouts to the far side. I think they only have 2 out there as Mumford, throws one short, trying to find the hands of Taylor Adams. Skips up short, and the ball will be respotted once again at the 45.5-yard line. The black team needing points, so they need to make their way down the field. Their running game has been their strongest game, and talking to Coach Garbett, he said that, they drafted all the linemen. They didn't draft a ton of skill players, so they need to go with that running game right now because that's what you drafted your team for. You drafted a big line so that you can bowl the ball down the field and eat up some game time. We'll see if they do that here. 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Running out of time. Come out with 2 wideouts to each side. Morrison takes the snap, looks down the far side. He's going to find Taylor Adams in space, drops down, but has a ball just short of the first down. It'll be about a yard shy.
Just short of the first down by a yard.
The ball will be placed at the 46-yard line of the gray team with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go and winding down. Mumford again takes the snap. Logan looks to his far side. Same exact play. That's a completion to Taylor Adams. He makes a few men miss. He's got grass in front of him and is finally tackled. Fumbles the ball, picked up by Case Griffiths as he drops down to a knee, picking it up. But it is a big gain for the Soda Springs Cardinals. They're going to mark it at the 15-yard line, and that's where the black team ends up with the football, as they'll have 1st and 10 from call it the 16. Chains trying to make their way down the field.
Timeout.
As an official timeout will allow the Chains to make that move.
For the day.
All the way down the field. And coming off of the field looks to be Connor Veely. He looks to be a little bit shaken up on the play, so he'll come over to the sidelines. Also coming over to the sidelines looks to be Tom Lau. And we look to be once again ready for play. 6:08 to go as Mumford takes the snap in the shotgun. Quick throw to the near side. Mason Smith can't pull in the pass. He had it in his gloved hands and then drops it. It was almost recovered on the play by Jeremiah Hansen. But with 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go, the clock continues to run here in the running clock stages. At 5 minutes, it will turn to a normal clock as Mumford takes another stamp. 2nd down and 10. Over to the far side. Throws one over the shoulder of Taylor Adams. He dropped it in perfectly to Adams, and he pulls it in for the 2nd touchdown of the game for the boys in black. 13-20, they're within a possession, and if they end up kicking an extra point here, it would be a 6-point football game, 20-13, giving themselves an opportunity. The first half was all gray. The second half has been all black, as Morgan Steele will try and bring his team to within 6 points. Could be big here in this matchup with 5 minutes and 39 to go. Lines up with Case Griffiths again to hold. Cardinals in gray looking to load up on the far side. Block comes. It's not going to get there in time. The kick is good. And the score goes to 20-14. It's a 6-point ball game here at Archer Field as the gray team will take over as they look to score and also look to take some time off of the clock and not leave the Black Cardinals with much time left in this game.
The clock will stop for incomplete passes and out of bounds.
5 minutes, as you just probably heard over the PA system there. The clock will stop for incomplete passes as well as out of bounds plays. But for right now, 39 more seconds of running clock, which means probably this will be the last running clock play of the game. Andrew Stewart on the sideline, still nursing that injury. So he got hurt earlier. That's been a big blow to the Gray Cardinals. As Morrison steps out into the shotgun, trips to the left, takes a snap, floats to him, and he is hit immediately but gets out of the play. Whistles blow, and they're going to blow it dead? I don't think he went down. That should still be a live ball. The whistles blew early, I think, on the play, and Morrison able to somehow slip away from the grasp of, I believe, Jacob Housley. It goes on the play as a loss of 10. So it brings up 2nd and 20 now. As the Gray Cardinals, with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go, will step back up to the line of scrimmage. Same formation, as that lack of having an offensive line right now may have hurt them, as the way they drafted the team was for skill players. Morrison to his right, steps up. He makes another man miss and falls down at the 16-yard line on the far side. Now he's slow to get up on the far sideline. Flying squad on his derriere, still down. And with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, the clock will stop as a timeout will be taken by the Gray team for an injury timeout. It'll be an official timeout, and Morrison back up now, walks back to the huddle. Not going to come out of this game, you would expect, as he makes his way back to the huddle for another 3rd down and call it 19 to go. Gain of a yard on the play. Ball on the far side of the field. Black team with the momentum now, with 5:30 left to go. As Morrison steps back into the shotgun, trips and twins, split to the left and right. Morrison back to pass. Pressure again. Steps up around the near side. He's going to be pushed around the near side by Adams. Now rolls back to his right. Tripped up at the 10-yard line. And another big loss on the play. It'll be 4th down, and 25 coming up now. With 4 minutes and 43 seconds as the Black team is just on the edge of putting themselves ahead.
4th and 25 for the Gray team.
And we'll see if the Gray team decides to punt with the lead or decides to try and go for it. Punt would be the smart option. It looks like that's what they're going to try and do. Morrison steps back. We'll put some gunners out to try and run down. An extra blocker back there for Morrison, who stands in the end zone. Low snap. Kicks it up, and it's a short kick that is going to bounce up ahead and rolls to the 40-yard line, where it will be down by the Gray team. And with 4 minutes left to go, a one-possession game, 20-14 here in the Black and Gray scrimmage on mylocalradio.com. Thanks again for joining us online, for those of you watching. As the Black team will look to try and get themselves a little bit of a edge and try and move the ball down the field. You want to take up some clock while you do this too, and not leave the Gray team with any time to move down the field. It'll be Mumford in that pistol. Looks out to the far side. The pass is completed on the play. It'll be pulled in by Taylor Adams, who dives ahead across the 30-yard line to the 29. On the far side, hash marks. And it's a 1st down and 10. Flags will come out, a pair of them flying out. And this one looks like it's going to be against the Black team. It's holding against the Black team. And that will nullify the 1st down game, makes it 2nd down, or 1st down, excuse me. And from where the spot of the ball was, I believe it's going to be 1st down and about 13 to go. So not a good play there for the black team. And they will march the ball back further than I thought they should. It should be a spot foul. But they're going to march the ball all the way back to the 47-yard line. First down and 18 to go.
17 yards.
Be Mumford in that shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to his left. Clark's open on a little running back go route. Instead, it's going to be a deep ball down the field. Wide open. Caleb Peterson. Nobody near him into the end zone. He was all alone on the back side of the field. Everyone in gray forgot about him. And we are knotted up at 20 apiece on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. What a deep bomb coming from Logan Mumford on the money to Caleb Peterson, who takes it in, and the black team is a PAT away from tying and taking the lead in this game. It'll be Morgan Steele to kick the ball away. As he will look to try and put a point up onto the board and give Black its first lead of the game. Steele, good snap, good hold, kick is up. It is no good to the right. This game remains tied at 20 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go. The kick went wide right, and Gray has a chance with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to take the ball down the field and score and try and give themselves a win in the black and gray scrimmage. It's a fantastic and furious comeback coming from the black team. As push-ups being done on the far side by the cheerleaders for the black team. And the gray team huddled up. Ball placed at the 25 in the middle of the field. 3:38 to go, 20-20 your score. Morrison looks with quads out to the right. Dylan Downs set out to that side as well. He's been a favorite target. They'll move it to trips with another man coming in tight to the formation for protection. Blitz comes off the far side. Quick pass to Nielsen. Will be taken on a bubble screen. He's got some space. Makes his way down the field for a gain of 11 yards up to the 36-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 coming up on a beautiful bubble screen play down the middle of the field. And it's first and 10, 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. The gray team does have a good kicker, as they do have Dylan Downs on their team, who we talked about it, was making 45-yarders regularly in the pregame. So they do have the ability to kick the ball if it comes to that. 2:55 to go, though. They're looking to try and put a points onto the board via the touchdowns. Black will load up at the line of scrimmage. They're not going to bring pressure. Drop back, plenty in coverage. With the tie game, no reason not to, but Morrison's going to make him pay a bit for him as he runs out of bounds at about the 41-yard line, a gain of 5, and it makes it second down and 5.
5 yards on the play, and bring up second down and 5.
Second down and 5 coming up. And the gray team with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Clock stopped. And they'll move themselves up to the line of scrimmage as Morrison will put out quads to the near side once again. Directing some traffic in those quads is Dylan Downs. Kind of a triangle formation. There'll be a run play designed, run by Morrison. He's across the 50. He's down the sidelines across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 44, though. They'll say that's where his foot touched, and it is another first down for the gray team, as this has been a fantastic drive being led by Justin Morrison, who has taken over the quarterback duties for the gray team. And the big thing is they're doing it with Andrew Stewart on the bench after he was hurt earlier on in this game. 2:34 to go. 20-20 your score, but the gray team trying to change that with a game-winning drive, looking to be orchestrated by Justin Morrison. Going to try and get his team back on top. Stands at the 49-yard line inside black territory. Takes the snap from the shotgun. He is going to push a man in front of him. Finds room in front. Dumps one ahead to Dylan Downs. That is going to drop in front of Dylan Downs, though, as it goes off of his hands. I think Morrison would have been better off tucking that one and running it once again. But he tried to be the good teammate, trying to get his other teammates involved. You can't necessarily trash him for that. And it remains a 2nd down and 10 with 2:26 to go on the big scoreboard over on the right side of the field. Tight game here this evening. And the Cardinals will break the huddle. The Gray Cardinals working right to left, tied up with the Black Cardinals after they held a 20-0 lead. Morrison in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to his right, looks to use his feet again, goes straight up the middle of the field across the 40. He's up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play and makes it a 3rd down and 6.
He'll get about 4 yards.
2 minutes and 10 seconds. Clock continues to march its way down. Remember, the Gray team does have a good kicker, but you're still a little bit out of his range, a lot out of his range, in fact, as you're still looking at about a 58-yard field goal from where the ball is sitting. So you still need to gain some more yardage to make it more manageable. Morrison, we'll see if he decides to, again, carry the ball himself. He's been the biggest weapon they've had so far tonight. 1:41 and counting. And a false start, that's going to hurt the Cardinals on the Gray side again. Todd Hunziker jumped well off sides, and that makes it a 3rd down. Call it an 11-yard distance to try and get, as the ball is going to be set back at the 44-yard line. You think you're in 4-down territory here with 1:38 left to go. Morrison in the shotgun. Directs some traffic, takes a snap. Over to the right side. Now comes back to his left, looking down the field. He's going to heave one down. He's got a man. It's overthrown beyond Dylan Downs, though. He looked for Dylan Downs on the play, but overthrew him out of bounds. If that ball is down the middle of the field a little bit more, down the sideline instead of out of bounds, that's a 1st down and possibly a touchdown for the Gray team, as Dylan Downs did have people beat. They also had another man in Thomas Nielsen down there who had beaten the Black team. And with 1:29 to go, it's 4th down. So the Gray team huddles up once again, breaks the huddle, and moves over to their right. It'll be Morrison in the shotgun, with 5 to the left of the formation, nobody to the right. Put several up onto the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to move Dakota Bybee over to the far side. 1:29 to go, clock frozen as Morrison takes the snap. Rolls to his right. He's going to be pushed behind by Housley. Housley's got him held onto, and the ball thrown away. It's an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. And a 1st down for the Black team now with 1:21 to go. All 3 timeouts remaining for the Black team. And they have all the momentum on their side. This would be a heck of a comeback win for the Black team if they come away with it. And all they need to do is possibly even just get themselves into field goal range for a chance from Morgan Steele, who's 2 for 3 in point afters so far tonight. 1:21 to go, 20-20 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. No post-game show after this is over, as there's not a whole lot to really talk about. Not keeping stats for this one. As Mumford stands at the 40 in the pistol. Snap. Good. It'll be a handoff to Clark. And the Black Gray team wasn't looking for it. Clark has a gain of 11 yards to the near side. Make it 12 yards as he's all the way up ahead to the 44-yard line. 1:07 as the clock runs. I don't know if Black understands that the clock's running. 1:03 to go. As they're huddled up, talking things over, Mumford breaks the huddle with 53 seconds to go. Black team will come up to the line of scrimmage. Mumford takes the snap, fakes a handoff, Looks to the far side. He's going to go deep down the field. He's got a man, a diving try. Laying out for the ball, Taylor Adams. And the clock stops at 39.5 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 10 for the black team. Plenty of time to work with here in what is a very tight contest. 20-20 your score. It was 20-0. And the Gray Cardinals came out and earned a huge lead, but it's all been black in the second half, as they have been able to absolutely shock the Gray team here. Mumford to take the snap. Plenty of time. Gets a block. Gets another block. Looks down the sideline. He's going to throw this one, and that should be a penalty. It was a completed pass, but Mumford was beyond the line of scrimmage.
That's going to be a penalty on the black team.
And that'll be a penalty that will cost them, I believe, a down. It was a completed pass as it was pulled in by Mason Smith down the sideline. With 29.6 seconds left to go, penalty on the black team will march them back once again. And that'll be, I believe, a 10-yard penalty. And it will be a loss of down. So 3rd down, 14 to go with 29.6 seconds left to go. 3rd down, 15. And the black team will look to try and gain this yardage back. Ball will be snapped. Mumford rolls to his left. Throws one short. That's outside of the reach of Taylor Adams and makes it 4th down and 15. 24 seconds to go now. And the black team might give the ball back to the gray team with a chance to try and come away with the win. So black comes out. 4th down and 15. Big play right here. As the ball will be snapped to Mumford. Good snap. Fakes a pass. Goes to the far side. Pressure. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Tries to throw the ball away. And that is going to be a turnover on downs. An incomplete pass will leave the ball at the 49-yard line. And it's a 1st down and 10 coming up for the gray team. As Mumford was out of the pocket when he tried to throw the ball away. And with 16 seconds to go, it remains 20-20. Morrison directs a bit more of traffic up to the line of scrimmage. The line shifting around. 16 seconds to go. Gray needs a deep play quick. Snap. Rolled along the ground to Morrison. Rolls to his right. Looks back to his left. He's trying to run. 9 seconds to go. Directs some more traffic as he looks for a man to go deep down the field. And he's going to throw this one. That one is ahead of the line of scrimmage. He's got a man pulled in on the far side, but the buzzer sounds. And regulation comes to a close. It'll be an overtime game here now as the two teams will line up.
Who gets the ball first with the captains in the middle?
As the captains will meet and decide on who is going to get the ball first and try and win this game with it 20-20 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It's been a heck of a scrimmage here so far today. 20-0 the lead was for the gray team, and then it turned into a 20-20 score. But neither team could close it out. Both teams had multiple shots to try and drive down the field and get themselves a victory. But neither one was able to maneuver the field as both drives stalled out right around midfield. So we'll have the ball spotted at the 10-yard line, and that is where it will start. We'll see who gets the offensive opportunity first. So we'll just post the camera over to that side of the field, as it should stay on that side of the field for the remainder of this game. In a short field, the black team has the advantage when it comes to the running game. Although the gray team with the skill players has the speed and the athleticism to try and make something happen as well. So they're still talking things over in the middle of the field. And it will be gray will be the offense to open things up to try and score. Andrew Stewart was back out there for a moment as one of the captains, but he is going to again come over to the sideline a little bit battered up. Not too much worse for wear as he continues to be very, very gimpy on his way to the sideline.
4 plays from the 10-yard line.
So you get 4 opportunities to get into the end zone or kick a field goal here in the overtime session. Then the other team will get an opportunity as well. It'll be Morrison again with the captaincy as the quarterback. He'll come and bring Nielsen behind him. Snap is a good one. Morrison looks to his right. Rolls that way, throws for the end zone, off balance and short. And it brings up second down and goal from the 10-yard line. 20-20 still your score. As it'll be second down. The defense played very well. Mason Smith, the one pressuring from the outside edge, came up short on the play of dropping down Morrison for a loss, as that will bring up a 2nd and 10, as I said. Morrison in that pistol, or in the shotgun with a running back flanking him. That's Nielsen. Dylan Downs to the left, Silos to the right. It'll be a toss-up play for Dylan Downs. He pulls it in for the touchdown. It is 26-20 now, and expect the gray team to go for 2. That's what they've done all night long. And we'll see if they end up attempting the 2-point conversion and getting it. That would put the pressure onto the black team with a 28-0 lead. As Dylan Downs bent down, tying his shoe. Gets the gloves back on as he runs back out to the huddle. With a big play upcoming here. 26-20, 2-point conversion upcoming for the boys in gray. They'll make their way up to the line of scrimmage. And again, Morrison will try and line up another score. Leans over, says something to Nielsen beside him. Looks to the right. Now takes the snap. Plenty of time. Pocket collapses, pitches it to Nielsen, and he's going to be wrapped up short. An interesting play idea there, as Morrison tried to pitch the ball to his running back to his right, and Nielsen could not make the play happen as he was tracked down on the play by Hunter Bybee. And it could be a win here if the PAT is good, or if black scores a touchdown and goes for 2 themselves. They need the touchdown first, though, in order to have any of those opportunities alive for themselves. Mumford has done a good job piloting this team back from down 20-0, trying to complete the comeback victory. Stands in the shotgun, takes a snap, flags fly, and this is going to be a 5-yard penalty for not having enough men on the line of scrimmage for the black team. So that'll march them back to the 15 as they shoot themselves in the foot early and make it 1st down and 15 to go to get it into the end zone. Line up with the proper amount on the line of scrimmage this time. Snap goes to Mumford. Looks to the far side. He's got Adams, who lays out but can't quite get the ball. And it makes it a 2nd down and 15 to go. 26-20 in overtime. here at the black and gray scrimmage for the Soda Springs Cardinals. The gray team on top by 6, trying to come back and win it after giving up a 20-0 lead. They were able to cling to that win with a stop on a final drive by the black team. As Mumford trying to get the black team to come back from 20 down. Rolls to his right. Screen pass into the middle. Dylan Clark with end zone in front of him is held up just shy on the far side. Coming up with the big stop on the far side, I believe was Todd Hunziker. And excuse me, that is actually Mason Kidd who came up with the stop. 26-0, or 26-20, 3rd down and goal from the 1. Call it the half-yard line. Up the gut is what you'd expect from the Cardinals here. Although they're going to line up with that same shotgun formation. Mumford now is going to be flanked to the right. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Black Cardinals to talk things over. We'll keep this one right here. Again, remind you that this season everything has been brought to you so far by several different sponsors. Mountain View Dental has been there throughout. At Mountain View Dental, they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals from Dr. Walker and his staff. Rainy Day Massage. Currently, if you mention that you heard this ad during this broadcast, you get a $15 off a 15-minute massage or 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy just by mentioning that you heard it during this broadcast. Call Jake today and begin feeling better today. Timeout huddle breaks. Not a ton of time, just the Cardinals giving themselves an opportunity to figure out what they wanted to do. They'll line up with Jacob Housley as the lone back in an I formation. It'll be Mumford to go straight up the gut, powers it in for the score, and I believe you are going to have an opportunity to see Morgan Steele once again try and kick this ball in with a PAT. He's been the kicker all season long for the Cardinals. And with the score tied at 26, all he's got to do is plant this one through the uprights, and Soda Springs, the black team, will come back in a 20-point comeback win. Taylor Adams gives him a good pat on the back. Also stepping up, Hunter Bybee gives him a pat on the back. Case Griffiths will be the holder. As the cheerleaders on the far side, the crowd on the far side, trying to give Morgan some extra energy. Chanting Morgan, right-footed kicker. Griffiths to hold. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick, shake to the left, no good. We have double overtime coming up. As the black team could not once again finish with a PAT, and we remain deadlocked and gridlocked, 26 apiece on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As that will switch sides of the field, I believe. No, they'll keep it on the same side, and they'll talk things over once again. And black team will be on the offensive side once again as they trade off who is starting on the offensive and defensive sides. As the black team will look to try and again strike into the end zone. They took 3 downs to do it the last time to get into the end zone. As Mumford again looks to try and lead his troops to pay dirt. 1st down and goal from the 10. Double overtime, 26 all your score in the black and gray scrimmage. Mumford takes a snap, looks to his left. He's going to hurl this one to the end zone. Taylor Adams alone finds his way into the end zone on the first play. And the Soda Springs black team takes themselves a 32-26 lead. And we'll see if they go for the PAT this time again. It'll be Morgan Steele once more to try and attempt the single-point conversion. He's missed his last 2. He made his first 2. Either one of those last 2 would have given the black team a win. And here, just looking to find an answer as he shanked the last 2 he's had. One went right, one went left now tries to knock one through down the middle. Again, right-footed kicker. Snap good, hold good, up is the kick, it's good! 33-26, the black team gets themselves a 7-point edge, and the gray team will come out with an opportunity themselves now to try and score once again, and most likely go for the 2-point conversion for the win, as they have not gone for the tie all night long. They have not gone for the PAT at all so far tonight. And they'll probably look to try and get themselves a victory here as they huddle up at the 10-yard line. Need to get the 6 first, then you can worry about the 2-point conversion, which they failed on their last 3 times, trying to get that into the end zone. They made their first one, and then since then have done absolutely nothing when it comes to 2-point conversions. Morrison moves Nielsen beside him, came in to replace the injured Andrew Stewart. Takes a snap, looks to the left, throws one to the end zone, that's short. Trying to get it to Dylan Downs, that one bounces incomplete. And it goes to 2nd down and 10 from the 10, trying to get it in here in double overtime, 33-26, a 7-point edge. And it becomes 2nd down. Big lineman for the black team, asking for the crowd to make some noise on the far side. Not a huge crowd, but Morrison will call out the count. High snap, pitches it to Nielsen. He can't hold on to the pitch, it's loose on the ground, still loose, picked up on the play now by Jeremiah Hansen at the 20. He tries to make it forward, and he is hammered down on the play by Caballero. It'll be a huge loss back to the 21-yard line, and the gray team will have 3rd down and 21 to try and score. A little pitch play that Nielsen couldn't hold on to. The gray team lucky they recovered it as a pair of black players went straight for Nielsen instead of the football. And with 3rd and 21 to go from the 21, the gray team clinging to those hopes of trying to hold on for this victory. Morrison in that shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looks deep. Looks for the end zone. Full down the middle. Almost picked off. Taylor Adams has it go off of his hands. 4th down and goal from the 21 as the black team looks to complete the comeback here tonight. They trailed by 20 at 20-0. And since then, they have outscored the gray team 33-6. It'll be 4th down upcoming with the game on the line. And wouldn't it be something if they get this score here for the gray team? It would fit this game. Crowd trying to make some noise on the far sideline. Double overtime on a chilly night in Soda Springs. Dylan Downs as the quarterback. Look for Morrison to be the target receiver here. In the pink, as the snap will go to Downs. Drops back, throws one for the end zone. Short, popped up and down. And the black team comes up with the victory. Coming back from 20-0 down. They finish it. And there's a mob on the far side as the slim-numbered black team celebrates their victory 33-26 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard here in the black and gray scrimmage. This has been your 2nd annual black and gray scrimmage as the Soda Springs black team comes back to win this one in dramatic fashion. I want to thank you for tuning into this special broadcast of Cardinal Athletics as the season comes to a close. The two teams will be hauling each other back and forth as the gray team has to carry and piggyback the black team across the field here at Archer Field. And the black team again comes back to win. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back on the air tomorrow with official football action between the North Gym Cowboys and the Water Springs Warriors on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. As for me, that's it for me tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much once more for sticking with us tonight.
Thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast of Caribou County football on KBRV 800 The Bear. This broadcast has been brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by mylocalradio.com.
For more local coverage, be sure to listen in to KBRV every day for updates, interviews, and more live coverage of local athletics. And don't forget to visit mylocalradio.com for archived versions of this game and other games as the season continues to roll along. Until the next time the boys of the county look to tame their own fields, goodbye and good night from KBRV 800 The Bear and mylocalradio.com.